We have a big trade to announce and discuss this morning. Mike Hoffman is on his way to San Jose. We'll discuss the trade coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as you can tell from the title, and as I mentioned off the top, we have a fairly significant trade to discuss this morning between the Ottawa Senators and the San Jose Sharks. The Ottawa Senators have traded forward Mike Hoffman along with a prospect and a draft pick to the San Jose Sharks. In return, the San Jose Sharks send forward Mikhail Bodker along with a prospect of their own as well as a pick. Both draft picks are in the 2020 draft, and they basically swapped 6th and 7th round picks. Both prospects are like B-level prospects, so they're not really anything too significant here. For the most part, you might as well just say this trade is Mike Hoffman for Mikhail Bodker. Obviously, as most of you know, Mike Hoffman has been in trade rumors for quite some time. I did a video just in the last week discussing the top 5 players that will likely be traded to this year's 2018 NHL Draft. In that video, Mike Hoffman was near the top of my list, as I really thought there was a really strong chance Ottawa was going to be shipping him out of town. He's been mentioned in trade rumors really for the past probably 6 months or so. Outside of the obvious reasons why Hoffman's name's been mentioned in trade rumors, obviously he didn't have the best season. Really, the whole team had a terrible year in 2017-18. The Senators are possibly looking to retool here, maybe cut some payroll. So it made a lot of sense why they might want to consider trading Mike Hoffman, but at the same time, he was one of their best goal scorers and their pure best shooter. So from that perspective, it didn't really make sense. But in recent weeks, we were made aware of some other news that really wasn't made public, and that we didn't know that was going on behind the scenes. Unfortunately, the Erik Karlsson and his wife have been victims of cyberbullying, and the accused in this case is Mike Hoffman's fiance. So obviously that's caused a lot of friction and a lot of drama between those two, as well as I'm sure a lot of tension within the rest of the team in the locker room. So obviously Pierre Dorion had some very tough decisions to make here. He's working hard to try to retain Erik Karlsson. As we all know, Karlsson is eligible for a contract extension this summer. He himself has been mentioned in a lot of trade rumors, and there's just a lot of uncertainty over this franchise right now as to the direction of this club. And Pierre Dorion's got a very tough task ahead of him here. Obviously, if he trades Hoffman and he loses Karlsson, then you might as well just tear it down and start fresh, because there's just not enough pieces left to really contend, and you might actually be worse next year than you were this past year. But regardless of all that, the Senators have to move forward and they have to try to save face here. So obviously they had to move Hoffman out of town in an effort to save Erik Karlsson and keep him on the team. Obviously he's their team captain, their franchise player. They want to make a pitch here to keep him and sign him to a long-term contract. If they stand any chance to do that at all, which we know that the odds might already be against them, moving Mike Hoffman was necessary here, regardless of what happened and didn't happen. Now, I was asked in the comment section by quite a few people what my thoughts were on the situation. I did not intend to make a video on it. I didn't really want to comment on it. This is a personal situation involving the Karlssons and the Hoffmans. I try to keep our hockey talk here on this channel about actual hockey and business, not personal lives. I had no intention of kind of jumping in to create comment on personal situations. That's, as far as I'm concerned, it really wasn't any of my business. But at the same time, regardless of what happened here and regardless of who's at fault, what the Karlssons are going through is incredibly unfortunate, and whoever is the culprit of these nasty messages and cyberbullying is absolutely disgusting. And I really hope that it stops and the Karlssons can move forward here and get some justice, because nobody deserves that after everything that they've been through. And that's really all I'm going to say on this. Regardless if it's Hoffman's fiance as accused or somebody else, it doesn't matter. The situation nowadays it's very unfortunate, and there's no need of it. So I feel bad for the Karlssons, and I just hope everybody here can move forward and get rid of the drama in their lives and get a fresh start. There has been a lot of speculation that Pierre Dorion would have a very tough time to make this kind of trade with all the drama kind of hanging over Hoffman here, and all until everything kind of settles and is proven either his fiance is guilty or not guilty, or whatever the case may be. That teams may not be too keen to bring that drama into their organization. But obviously he proved that certainly wasn't too difficult. He pulled off a decent trade here, considering obviously Bodker's a solid forward. He's not going to give you the offense that Hoffman will. He's going to give you more of a two-way game. He's a pretty solid player, but very different player from Mike Hoffman. But at the same time, of all the organizations that I think could accept this kind of player into their room and deal with this accordingly, I think the Sharks are a great landing spot. I said the same thing about Evander Kane when he was traded. Evander Kane has had some drama and some baggage kind of follow him around over the years, different situations. Nothing quite quite like this, but different kind of stuff as well, and he was kind of looked upon as being immature and whatnot. So obviously, the Sharks have a really solid leadership group and foundation there, and I think they have the locker room that are able to handle this and deal with this one-on-one and not let it affect the team. So I think it's a good move for the Sharks. Obviously, they add a sniper like Hoffman. It's good for Ottawa because they had to move that away from the team to get rid of the distraction to have any chance to retain Erik Karlsson. Hopefully this will allow the Senators just to get back down to business, focus on the draft, and just kind of move forward here and hopefully make this situation go away. So leave your comments down below. What do you think of this trade? How did Pierre Dorion do under the circumstances? Personally, I think he did okay. Could he have done better under different circumstances? More than likely, would have been nice to see the Senators get a little bit more scoring in return, as they desperately need that. But at the same time, they do need some better defensive play as well. Their defensive play last year was horrendous, so they kind of have to take one for the other. But I think considering all the outside stuff going on here, I think Pierre Dorion did okay in this deal. The main thing was to move Hoffman off the team. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and we'll discuss further in the comments section. Now, if you're new to the channel here, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button as well. I'd really appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.